bana musobola okutyama. Sebo Archbishop n'abakaira b'ekkanisa Kyabazinga Busoga inze bantu ba Busoga, Excellency Vice President wa Uganda n'abagenyi mwena abazaire baife abazaala ine bantu tusangire kubabona. Kamute byangu nandula abagenyi abali gano bana Vice President atambwire mu maani ino atambwire Right Honorable Deputy Speaker wa Parliament which watayebwa n'omukyala we bali gano. Aide ni okite wanakadama Deputy Prime Minister ali gano. Ocho Balanda Mr. Presidency ali gano. Owekitibwa Lumumba Minister General Duties ali gano. Owekitibwa Rose Lily Minister of Ethics and Integrity ali gano. Owekitibwa Sebugwawo Minister of ICT ali gano. Awerekerwa ku eyali Vice President wa Uganda owekitibwa Dr. Kazibwe. Awerekerwa ku owekitibwa eyali Vice President owekitibwa Sekandi Kiwanuka. Awerekerwa ku ba minister bangi ino owekitibwa Wino Kyakulaga Agriculture, owekitibwa Lugorobi Finance, owekitibwa Ntabazi Minister of Trade, owekitibwa Mugasa Minister of State Public Service. Nize ndiwo. Aide Nigeria mani eriabachisa Parliament, owekitibwa Libawo Oweganga, owekitibwa Kayanga Municipality Kamuli, owekitibwa Teira Omugabula, owekitibwa Nsiko Luuka, owekitibwa Naigaga Namutumba, owekitibwa Zijan wa Munomwidinda, owekitibwa Mbayo wa Muluka, owekitibwa Nakato Webuyende, owekitibwa Nebanda Florence Butaleja, owekitibwa Kisa Steven yeno Muluka, owekitibwa Kibakutika tukuma mu kibuga kino, owekitibwa Taka Owebugiri, owekitibwa Muwuma Owekigulu, owekitibwa Bagire Owebuna, owekitibwa Isabire Idi yeno Owebuna, owekitibwa Aga Isabire yena wa mu kibuga muno, owekitibwa Kubeketeria yena Abuna, owekitibwa Siranda East African Legislative Assembly, owekitibwa Nasani Igeme yena wa Mwidinda, owekitibwa Waliomu Owekagoma. Owekitibwa Batiwa aliwo, owekitibwa Brandon Kintu aliwo, owekitibwa Akamba aliwo wa Namutumba, Alion Odria ava mu West Nile aliwo, Bosco Kirol avire Teso Parliamentary Group, owekitibwa Isaac Musumba aliwo, owekitibwa Barbara Nekesa aide nga treasurer wa NRM. Kitebo kya NRM omukulu mwene Secretary General owekitibwa Todong aliwo, aide ndiba members wa Central Executive Committee, owunda aliwo, owa finance aliwo, abaseke muti Embaga seke vireyo owekitibwa Kiwanda n'owekitibwa kumpa undi abaweresera mperano kantwaro kusaguno okulanga nti Archbishop Akabya omukoro guli national, indeed guli national. Tulina isanu okusangaza owekitibwa ino Lady Najinda Ndabagereka wa Buganda yena atambwire n'amaani mangi, atambwire ni Attorney General wa Buganda, Speaker wa Buganda Lukiiko, ba Minister wa Cabinet ya Kabaka bamwereko bali awo. Tusanga ino okubona Her Majesty Queen Mother Best Owetoro yena ide maani mangi ino awokerwa ku Prime Minister owatoro owekitibwa Kiyingi. Tusanga ino okubona dada waife owekitibwa ino Omugo Margaret Karunga obwakabaka obwebunyoro atambwire amaani mangi ino aide ni Prime Minister byakutaga ni ba Minister aba government ya Bunyoro. Oluyeno era tufunye abagenyi bangi, tufunye delegation vile Swatini abalangira bali abava Eswatini bali awo bavere mu ngeri eyo batyaime awo tusangaire okubabona. Tufunye abageni Rot Achana Kabaka wa Choli yena ali awo tusangaire okumubona. Tufune Kabaka wa Arul Olake Launi ali wano. Tufune Kabaka webugwere owekitiibwa Ikumbania webugwere yena aliwo. Owasekimba na Biride Wanyoto yena aliwo. Side y'abalamuzi tufune owekitiibwa Justice Ntende, owekitiibwa Justice Batema, Deputy Chief Justice Yawumula Mwami Kavuma, n'omukulu wa Uganda Law Society owekitiibwa Bernard Owundo. Tulina abebiina byonna gabako ayitidde batyaime ayo abantu pamuliwo tusangaire babona, abadifa bamuliwo tusangaire babona, FDC bamuliwo tusangaire babona, ni party UPC bamuliwo tusangaire okubabona. So n'obugambo obwo ndikwenda okweta Deputy Speaker abalamuse katono ayete Vice President ayogere tuli.
Thank you, Mama Rebecca. Your Grace, the clergy, Your Majesty, the Ise Bantu and the Ine Bantu, my boss, the Vice President, and government leadership, ladies and gentlemen, Ise Bantu, ne Ine Bantu, congratulations. I'm glad and I'm really happy to say that you remembered that you got authority from God and you have come back to God, the Most High, to bless your wedding. And I'm sure the moment you anchor whatever you do on God, nothing will fail. This marriage we've all witnessed, I'm extremely sure and very sure that it will surpass all expectations because we shall continue praying for you and wishing you all the blessings. His Grace has already put it very clear, and me and my wife, whom I came with, my wife of 15 years, you can see, that's, I don't know, I will first ask His Majesty whether I can also have my own Inebantu, whether I can call her my Inebantu. I don't know whether it's allowed. Yeah, but you can see we've been together for 15 years, so you already have an example to learn from your fellow young people. Though Your Majesty, of course, you're very, very well above us, but in terms of marriage, you have some of us who have set an example. His Grace has already made it very clear. I'm glad to be here in Busoga, but the only thing I can say to Busoga is that Busoga okusanya n'amaani. N'amaani. That's what is very important, and that's what I picked from His Grace's teaching. Wangara baba ise bantu, wangara mama ine bantu. I take the honor to invite Her Excellency, the Vice President, to address the congregation. Congratulations once again.
Your Excellency Munasoniga, galiwo abagendi betu batwerabire, tusangire okuba n'omukuuka oba Masaba, owekitiibwa ino Jude Mike Muduma, tusangire n'okubona Justice Steve Atemwa owa Supreme Court.
all the members of parliament, the local leaders, all invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. God is good and all the time. Start by thanking the Most Reverend Archbishop Kazimba, Stephen Mugalu, for expeditiously and in a very colorful way conducting the very important ceremony this morning of the holy matrimony between the King of Busoga and the Queen of Busoga. I thank you very sincerely. I have come here in two capacities. One is already known by all the people of Busoga. I am called Mutesi from Bugweri. I have always said it. And Your Grace and Your Eminence, I was given this name a long time ago when we had, I hope the Honorable Abdul Katuntu is not here, because that time we were campaigning for KK in a by-election, the late Kirunda Kibenjinja, in a by-election which was there in the Bugweri, in that constituency of Honorable Katuntu. That was a long time ago. I was still a member of parliament. And the elders there gave me that name, Mutesi. And I have been telling people here, Your Grace, that I'm also Mutesi from Bugweri. But the Mutesi of Bugweri who comes from Teso. And today, Your Highness and Your Eminence and the chiefs, we now have the Mutesi who is officially in the palace. The Inhebantu. So I may need guidance on whether I should also continue with that name which was given to me, or you will choose to give me another name. That one will be a discussion for another day. So Your Highness, that is the capacity in which I'm here, the first one. But the second one, His Excellency General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. She wants to translate. Okay, you first translate that.
Bana, Vice President, asiimye no Archbishop, okukiza okubaawo agaite lata ifini mukaire waife, musana mukuru, yasiima ino baba, okole kyakoze olwaleero. Aye yakoba ati aidye mwitulwa jambirundi ebiri. Aidye nga omumbeda we Bugweri. Bamweta Mutesi. Erina eryo yalifuna myaka gibiseeku, yali ali Bugweri mu campaign, nga bali campaign mwami Kibejjinja, nga ali kwesibani mwami Katuntu, bamu erina eryo. Kale alwire nalyo. Aye alikubuuza, ajje mu maiso kulikozesa oba alirekule? Nze koba ati jja mu maiso. Continue with the name.
I continue with the name.
Yes.
Thank you very much. So we shall be saying Mutesi, the Vice President, then the Inhebantu.
So tudakuba ni Mutesi Vice President, ni Mutesi Inhebantu.
So there is a distinction. It will be very easy to distinguish.
Widakumana ngenda ulao.
So Your Grace, that makes me to be at home. I'm comfortable here because this is home.
Era alikwogera ng'omwana wawaka kuba ali aka.
But the second reason why I'm here, His Excellency General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the President of the Republic of Uganda, sent me with his message to you, Your Grace, and Your Highness, and indeed all the members of the congregation.
Aide mutu eryokubiri, aide ng'akikire Vice President wa Uganda, Oweekitiibwa Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, ng'alina obubaka amutumye eri ekanisa n'eri Kyabazinga n'eri abantu ba Busoga.
And first he asked me to send his greetings together with the greetings of Mama Janet to all of you, the people of Busoga, but specifically to His Highness and the Queen.
Bwera kyasoose omu ku bantu bw'otuuka sooka bakoti mbalamuyisa ku lwange nga pulezidenti ni maama Janet yeena balamuyisa asangaire okuba nga asobola okusobaka buno eri Kyabazinga ne bantu.
So His Excellency the President normally writes, but yesterday he rang me and told me that this morning he's going to ring me and I get a pen and a paper to write his points, then I come and present here. That is a method he decided to use, and it is a very difficult method, Your Grace.
President ebiseera ebisinga ebbaluwa dadde tamubuwandiike aidha mukubira essimu yamukwata ndakukubira nkukobere by'onaayogera ati kale entegeka eyo emukalubirizaamu ayo yamuwaire.
But I assured him that I'm going to execute the assignment without casualties.
Era yamukakasa nti waire ojoogere bwogere obubaka ndabutuusa ngazira kyensukyusizaamu.
So the message is, His Excellency the President congratulates you, Your Highness, and the bride on your very special day of the holy matrimony.
President wa Uganda alikoyezaayoza ino baba Kyabazinga nine bantu kunakula imwe luno olw'endawulo lw'omufire obufumbo bwamufu.
He thanks you, Your Highness, for getting a lifetime partner, because it is very important to have a lifetime partner, because a family is the nucleus of society.
Akwebaziza okufuna mwino ow'oluberera kubanga amaka n'entobo y'obulamu.
His Excellency also asked me to thank you specifically, Your Highness, because when your father died, you were still a young boy, but he wants to record a clear statement that you have demonstrated maturity, you have demonstrated responsibility, you have demonstrated hard work, and he wants to thank you especially for completing your education.
President alikwenda ino okusiima Kyabazinga yamwidukiza nti baba Professor Nadiope bwe yafa wali mwana muto ino aye ali kusiima okola obuvunaanyizibwa n'osoma n'omalayo okutuusa olunaku lwa leero bwe bali okola obuvunaanyizibwa na bwegendereza.
And His Excellency the President also thanks all the people of Busoga, specifically the close family members who brought you up, especially when your father died.
Alikwebaza ino abona ab'omu maka ab'emikwano abagemaku osobola okukula okusawo otuusa empeerano mwebale ne mwena.
And His Excellency the President also thanks you, Your Highness, for recently visiting the Royal Highness of Bunyoro Kingdom.
Era alikwebaza era yasanuka ino nti wasobola okwebeeda wajja ewa dada waife Bunyoro wakyalira ku Lukira Basaija omukama gafa busa isuukayo ino yasiima ino.
In visiting the Royal Highness of Bunyoro Kingdom, you clearly showed that there is interconnectedness between these kingdoms.
Okukyalako Bunyoro kyalagira ddala enkolagana eriwo mu bwakabaka bwaife ow'e Bunyoro n'obw'e Busoga.
And His Excellency the President asked me to mention to you, together with other cultural leaders present here, that it is very important to always demonstrate and clearly expose that interconnectedness between us and among us, and he would like the kingdoms to always clearly bring out what brings us together, what connects us together, rather than the differences.
Era alikusaba obwakabaka bwona obuli mu Uganda tugezeeku okwendagana okulagagana omukwano n'obulala bwaife ekitugayita n'omukwano tulube kweyawulayawulamu tukozese ofisi edo okuyunga abantu n'okuyunga amawanga.
And he wants this interconnectedness to come out whether within Uganda, at the East African level, or at the African level, because the people of Africa are the same, and they should work very hard together, pursuing our interests. And that those who have some doubts may refer to the Batambuzi dynasty or the Bachwezi dynasty.
Era alikoba ati kino kimukwa mu Uganda yonka mujje mu mawanga agatuliraine n'agandi gona okulaga obulalo bwaife kubanga amawanga ga Africa gona tuli bantu balala. Era obanga eri atayikiriza ekyo alina kyabuuza mujje musome history ey'abatembuzi ni history ey'abachwezi mwida kubona engeri kyetugemaganamu ng'ebika n'amawanga.
And that he shared the same message with the Prince the Kabaka of Buganda when he was still a prince then, when he was in London, and assured the Kabaka that he is going to reinstate the kingdoms in Uganda, but also emphasized to him that when he reinstates the kingdoms should demonstrate unity and what brings them together.
Amagezi ago tagatandise lwaleero. Kabaka wa Buganda aw'ekisibwa ekisengedde Ronald Mutebi bwe yalina ye Bungereza ng'akalukwizawo bwakabaka mu Uganda yamukakasa nti nja kubwizaawo aye mukubwizaawo ndikusaba nti wonna atya amakuntebe weena yongera okulaga omukwano mu mawanga agandi okiraga nti Uganda eri galala.
And that we should always remember that we are all descendants of other indigenous African people. That's why in the names, for instance, like Wamala, it is found in Buganda, it is found in Western Uganda, it is also in DRC, and it is in Tanzania. So a clear demonstration that we are the same people.
Ekiraga nti amawanga ga Africa twena tuli kintu kirala twava mu bantu balala. Erina lya Wamala oliaga ne Buganda, oliaga na Western Uganda, oliaga na mu Congo, oliaga na mu Sedi ndona n'olwekyo tuli kintu kirala.
And Your Highness, the name like Nadiope, His Excellency say that it is here in Buganda, in Busoga, but it is also in Karamoja.
Perano yakoite ina lya Nadiope tiri ku Busoga byonka nere mu Karamoja yone iro Nadiope.
And in Teso, Nadiope, it is called Odiope. There are people in Teso called the Odiope.
Ne Teso eri abantu bita Odiope. Kale shona kiraga era tuli balalawo.
And His Excellency the President said that the name of the bride, Mutesi, it is also in Ankole, but in Ankole they pronounce it a bit differently, Mutesi with the TSI. And that means a favorite child.
Mperano bana erina lya inde bantu Mutesi ni Mwankole liriyo. Ayiro balieta Mutetsi. Ekitegeeza omwana gwe basinga okwenda.
And he said that name also Mutesi is in Rwanda.
Ne Rwanda erina liriyo erya Mutesi.
So he asked me, Your Grace, Your Eminence, and Your Highness, to emphasize the point of unity and interconnectedness as kingdoms and as people of Africa.
So antumye ensonga eyo tukite kuina isira okumanya nti tuli kirala tufaanana tukolere galala tusigale nga tuli galala twegaite.
And in those few examples, he asked me to state that you will find an opportunity to have you and the Queen. He will host you with Mama in State House with your delegation.
Era baba alikakasa nti ekiseera kitali kyagala ino aida kweta nine bantu muje
the most important point, Your Highness, Your Eminence, Your Grace, and Your Highness, is that I should repeat and repeat unity and interconnectedness. I think I've repeated it enough.
Abekanisa abakobye ekyo bawulire ino enjiri kyokuba tuli kintu kirala era mwaga gaffe gegemagana n'ebika bigemagana.
And finally, he said that as an African parent, he has also participated in raising you, Your Highness, and he still wants to continue being a parent to you, Your Highness, and therefore, he has offered you 20 cows, which is a custom according to him to welcome the incoming bride, because he is on your side, Your Highness, as your parent. So he is welcoming the bride with 20 cows, which I have brought. And he said it is called Okulabuchira in the local language.
Alikoba atiyenga president atenga latawo akukuziza ali kusaidi eno eri ku jebagabiro muwala n'olwekyo yenga latawo w'omumaka ali kusangaza omugole nga muwa ente 20.
So Your Grace, Your Eminence, and Your Highness, you can see how tough the assignment is. But I believe that I have done it to the best of my capacity. That is the assignment. That is the message which he gave me on phone. And I would now like to ask for your authority, Your Grace, to hand over the 50 cows. But in my capacity also as a Mutesi, Your Highness, a Mutesi of Bugweri, who is from Teso, yes. I came with physical cows, two physical cows. I'm told they are grazing somewhere, the other eastern side. And I came with 2 because Your Highness, the children must drink milk. I heard His Grace saying that one of the reasons for marriage is procreation. Procreation means we are going to have children very soon. And therefore the children must drink milk. And those cows, according to the vet, when one is having a calf, one will be in calf. So at all times, there will be milk in the palace for those children.
Alikoba atinga ugaise kwente eda presidenti da waire omugole waife omuwala mwene yena ale sente 2 era diri awo muluya diri kulya isubi ate diri mu omwako dombi yakoba ati tali kwenda lubiru lwe mata eno we nabanga omwako erebenga baligikama n'olwekyo tiwida kufika mata akubisha bakobya ati muzala abaana kale ye ali ba mata g'abaana abo era mutandikirewo.
His Grace, you said that before the inhabant came, His Highness was very lonely. We saw a worse loneliness when His Excellency the President sent us to the palace to open the palace, to hand over the palace from government to His Highness. I asked the Katukiro, Dr. Mubawala, does the Highness stay here? Dr. Mubawala said hardly, because the palace was so big, but he did not have a companion. So you rightly say that today is the day that the Lord has made. I want to thank Mutesi and her family for accepting to contribute to what this day has been today. Thank you very much.
Vice President Alikoba, ati akubisho wakobya ati Kyabazinga barayongobeire gaine bantu akali tukamukanisa ya mwidukiza nti lwetwaide kwigulawo eigenge yabonanga enumba nene ino atenga baba ali muyenka yabuza Katukiro ati baba asula muno akati atatera ati kubazira muntu gwabanaye ayenge fano ngaboide yekakasa nti olubiro lw'egenge ludatandika okusuwa.
So Your Grace, Your Eminence, Your Highness, allow me now to hand over the 20 cows, which His Excellency the President has contributed towards supporting the holy matrimony of the Kyabazinga of Busoga.
Ente dido President daweereza diri kutambula diri kusala okujja ewa baba dido diri kujja ewa baba ni mama. Okay. Excellency, excuse me, I want to announce the presence of the Mwenengo of Ugwere. Your Highness, you are welcome. The Mwenengo.
Thank you. Hello.
So mwenengo wabugwe, not wabugwe, not bugwere, the Secretary General waba Kabaka, Mwami Atim Yenaliano. Can I invite the Archbishop to for the photographs, the official photographs?
I am, thank you. Thank you, Your Excellency, the Vice President, Your Majesty, the Kyabazinga, Your Royal Highness, Inebantu. We want to congratulate you on this wonderful day, your day of wedding. We're going to have the first pictures after your wedding. I have been advised by the photographers that it is best that we take the pictures in here. Kale Baba Isefe Kyabazinga ni mama Inebantu Gana tukose akakisakano tukube ebifaananyi nga muli bagole bayakirira ino. Twidda kutandika n'ekifaananyi ekikyo baba ni mama. The first, we are in a photo shoot session. Ekisoka nekyabagole, baba ni mama. We want to welcome you. The next people to join will be the chief groomsman and the chief maid of honor. The chief groomsman and the chief maid of honor. The clergy, the bishops, bamama babakaire ba bishops. Mama Najinda. Mama Best Kemigisha. Queen Mother. Other religious leaders present, other faith leaders. Omogo.
Parliament emitwe
tugende ng'ensonga zino tutegedde nti zigenda kuddibwamu mu ngeri ey'omuzinzi n'ekyokubanga baataddeyo olukiiko nti tuzooke tuziyitemu ate ne balusazaamu kabonero akakulaga nti nabo tebali wamu mu bye bakola badeko okubanga oba lubaale abasaasaanya simanyi so n'olwekyo nga bali mu mbeera gye balimu eyo tetusobola kubeegattako mu kavuyo kaabwe.
I am going to invoke the rule on the 15 sittings, and I want you members to come to the House. Don't miss for the 15 sittings.
Teri teka lyonna erimenyeddwa, teri rulu yonna emenyeddwa. So sisuubira nti Speaker yandivudde n'ayogera ekyo.
Okwamba n'okubuzaawo abantu y'ensonga enkulu abali ku ludda oluvuganya gavumenti gye balumiriza abalina obuyinza n'omuwendo gw'ababaka abangi mu Paalamenti okwesulubabba okwanukula.
Ababuzaawo abantu bamanyi gye bali. Bwe baba nga baba batugumbula bamanyi gye babaziika. Emiguwa kw'abasala giba gyavunda batuwa amagumba gaabwe. Abamanaginga safe houses we bali era bakyali ku makomera ago. Abaatadde omuvuka gwe bayita kamya kalyowa era bye bazze bakwata abantu be bamu be balina abantu baffe abo bwe bababuzaawo.
Let's be here, solve our people's problems here in this house. Getting out of this house is not a solution.
Nga bw'ogambye ensonga si za opposition.